Hey, what's up, guys? So, getting ready to do a call here. I'm going to go ahead and put this up here. Let's see. Let's go with the green. There we go. So if you guys are the first time seeing me do this or first time hearing about this, my name's Coach Carroll. I am a entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, and I specialize in helping millennial entrepreneurs develop. So today I've got Austin Wall. We're going to give him a call from Design Shine. He's a small business owner, and so I do these free consulting calls. You're more than welcome to go to the link right here, and you can schedule a 15-minute consulting call with me, absolutely free. We record them, put them out to help other entrepreneurs as well. So let's give Austin a call.
Hello, this is Austin.
Hey, Austin, DJ Carroll, how are you, sir?
Good. How you doing, bud?
Doing well, man. Doing well. Just so you know, I've got this playing on Facebook, right? Or I'm not Facebook, my YouTube channel to help other entrepreneurs as well. And excited to have you on, man. Excited to help you out and help you get together. It looks like your biggest challenge here is getting a marketing plan together. Is that right?
Yeah, it
Cool,
is.
man.
Yeah, I'm kind of just trying to figure out which way to go this year, really, man.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to figure out the best way to kind of strategize and what I really need to be doing with my money as far as that goes.
Right on. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your business. That way I've got some context and can give you some concrete information.
Okay. So this is the start of my 5th year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm your typical, I was like you, man. I started with nothing, or at least from what I've read about you so far.
Right on.
I started with nothing. I didn't even have a truck when I first decided I wanted to start a pressure washing business, which pressure washing is what I do primarily.
Okay.
So that's mostly what we do. We can do pretty much everything. We just built our newest rig, which we can do soft washing of roofs. We can do, we do related services like gutter cleaning and stuff like that.
Okay.
But primarily what we do is exterior. We do a lot of HOA, property management stuff, but mostly residential.
Okay.
And a little bit of commercial, but I'd say about 90% of what I do is residential.
Okay.
So we do kind of a little bit of everything, but strictly pressure washing as far as that goes. But as far as I'm just trying to figure out kind of where I need to go. I'm just kind of scatterbrained, man. I need to figure out, and it's funny because I've actually got a degree in marketing. So I just kind of went to school and kind of knew I needed a college degree, so I kind of went and closed my eyes and just passed.
Yeah, man.
And I didn't realize I was going to be starting my own business one day. But anyway, so I started a pressure washing business about 5 years ago from nothing, literally from dirt. I think I had $100 in my bank account.
Oh wow.
I've had some good jobs in the past and stuff. But anyway, so I started with nothing. I bought a little Tacoma. Little Toyota Tacoma, but built my first trailer. I bought an old trailer that a guy was using as an old welding trailer for like $200. I had to put a whole new wood floor in it. So anyway, to make a long story short, I built my first nice rig, which was about 2 or 3 years ago. That had a 500-gallon tank on it, big hot water machine. This year, I just dropped. I don't even want to say how much money on our newest rig.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a soft wash, that new AR pump. So it's got 3 machines on it. It's got my Hotzi that I built a couple years ago, and then it's got another small cold water unit. And it's got a huge 500-gallon tank in the center. We got 200-gallon chemical tanks, and it's all hard plumbed. Our rig now, and I know this is going to sound biased, but it's probably one of the nicest rigs in the Southeast, if I had to guess.
Gotcha. And where are you guys located at?
Savannah, Georgia. So,
okay, Savannah. Gotcha. Okay, Savannah.
But anyway, but yeah, I'm just I just need some help, man. Like I see like your videos and stuff, and how you're just cranking it out. You're all about execution, and I really need to just figure out, like I'm good at, like, I can close, like I did, for example, I did like 8 estimates yesterday, all residential houses.
Okay.
Closed every single one of them. I'm a good salesman.
Okay.
I just need to learn how to really really develop a strategy, more of a plan. I need to quit messing around, and I need to really have a system is what I need.
Yeah.
No, what I'm doing now, it was okay like year one. It was okay year one, maybe year two. Now I need to stop messing around and really develop a strategy of how I can systematize everything.
Right.
Because I'm not even using, and it's going to sound sad to say this, but I'm not even really using a customer software or anything. I'm still not even to that level yet.
Okay.
Like I need to develop everything from
Gotcha.
So that's kind of where I'm
at. and that's going to be, so it's going to be hard for me to do that all in 15 minutes, but I'm going to help you the best I can, man. So what I'm hearing, just so we're all on the same page, and I got this clearly, been in business for a while, and I hear this all the time, man. And it even happened to me, right? Because I'm in my 10th year. And so what happens is in business, you get in originally for one thing and one thing only, to make money, right? Like that is it, man. And for me, that's how it was. I was working 3 part-time jobs and decided to start mowing grass. And then boom, before I know it, all of a sudden I'm making more money mowing grass than I am in my 3 part-time jobs combined. So I'm like, screw this. I'm just going to go work for myself. Entrepreneur's born, right? But what happens is somewhere in that 1 to 5 year range, you kind of have this epiphany, and you look up and you look around. It sounds like you've come upon this time to where you go, shit, man, I can't keep operating like this for the rest of my life. There comes a point where you have to take it to the next level. So let me ask you this, because this will help you more than anything. How many books are you reading a month right now?
How many books?
Yep.
One.
Yeah. So do you have the Audible app?
I do, yeah.
Okay. So do you have Amazon Prime?
I don't have an account with them.
Okay.
But, I mean, I can. I've got the app on my phone.
So it's like I think Amazon Prime's like $97 a year or something cheap, right? And they'll give you an Audible credit, so you can buy 1 book per month, okay? That's the first discipline I need you to start putting in. And you need to start focusing on building a skill set, and this goes for everybody's listening to this, right? You need to start developing a skill set of development, okay? The skill set of going, I have to make myself better, because you can't change, and I just made a long post about this today on Facebook. You can't change where you are in life. You can't change where your business is until you start developing the entrepreneur first, okay? So I need you to start developing. So if it's time management, if it's marketing, if it's stuff like that, I need you to start developing. And here's the thing, marketing at this point, if it's like, Facebook ads or stuff like that, you're better off taking online courses, because it's easier for people to get that information out, and YouTube's a great place for that. But the information to obtain, you almost have to do it electronically now, because books take so long to curate and get out that by the time they do get out, they're outdated. So I want you to start developing yourself personally, personal development stuff more than anything, so that you can be and grow yourself as a bigger person. Then you have to figure out, what is the purpose of your business? Why are you in business for yourself? What are you doing on a day-to-day? What do you love about it? What do you hate about it? And once you have that figured out, you take all the things that you love and you do more of that, and you take all the stuff that you don't like and you basically either hire employees to handle it or you sub it out to freelancers. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So from there, then it's like, okay, well, now it's time to scale our business. Because what happens is a lot of times entrepreneurs are like, well, I just got to grow. But they haven't developed themselves personally, and they haven't developed themselves into their position in the company, right? Ideally, as the entrepreneur, if you are a true through and through entrepreneur, then you should be 100% outside of your business. But you can also make a lot of money and have a great company by finding a position in your business, okay? So if you love sales and you're good at marketing, and it sounds like you're closing a lot of jobs, which, sidebar, probably raise the prices 10%. You'll make 10% more money and maybe only lose 1 out of those 8 customers yesterday. So raise.
Done recently too. Yeah.
So keep raising those, man, until you're at about a 60 to 70% close rate. That's always my factor on that. But then on the marketing plan, I'll just share with you what we do here at Easy Pro, man. So Instagram, or not Instagram, Facebook ads. Sorry, I was just talking to a guy about Instagram ads. Facebook ads have absolutely crushed it for us. What I find best and what we do for our clients in the media business is video over to a landing page that has video on it as well. Those are going to convert at the highest amount. Now, that's not to say that a before and after photo as a Facebook ad, dropping them to your website, right? That doesn't mean that it won't work. It's just like saying a Toyota Camry and an R8, an Audi R8, right? They're both cars. They'll both get you from point A to point B. One's just going to get you there faster. So when you're looking and trying to understand this, it's kind of like a 3-part process with the Facebook advertising. Okay. One, you have to define your audience. Okay. Who it is. I like zip code targeting. I like to target based on zip codes, and I like to target, the only interest that we do is we target homeowners. Okay. So when you've got that, that's your audience. Then you got to do your creative. Your creative is that video. That's where you put that thing in selfie mode. You got to get those butterflies in your stomach, and you say, hey, look, here I am. This is what I do. This is why you guys should hire us. Here's the awesome benefit that you get from hiring us, and here's the call to action, right? You craft that message, and again, I'm recording this, so I'll send you a link, and you'll be able to watch back through this video because I know I'm going really fast for you. But you'll be able to craft that message, and then from there, you have to know what you're going to do once you have that attention, okay? Build the audience, create the creative, because the creative is what grabs the attention. Because if your creative is shit, right? Like if it's a terrible ad, you're not going to gain the attention. The creative is why it is so important, because that gains you the attention. And then once you have that attention, what do we do with it, right? So then we want to push them either to like a landing page, like ClickFunnels, and I'll email you so you can have a 14-day free trial to ClickFunnels as well. But you'll have, send them to ClickFunnels, send them to your website that has a contact form. You want to have some type of way to monetize that attention so that you can start pulling that in. And when you can put those 3 pieces into place, you have some sort of a Facebook marketing campaign. Now, I will warn you, what a lot of people do is they set all that stuff up, they go spend $200, and they get 1 lead, or they get 2 leads, and they're like, oh man, this stuff's expensive, I don't get it. You have to look at Facebook first and foremost as a long-term branding strategy, okay? Build that brand equity, get your brand out there. And so then after, this season and next season and 3 seasons from now, they're like, damn, man, if I'm having power washing done, I'm calling this dude and his company because I see him every time I open up Facebook. Like, you have to understand this shit's not going backwards. Like, nothing's going to happen where Facebook doesn't work anymore and, oh, now we're all going back to direct mail. Like, all that shit is dying a slow, sorry death. And in 36 months, this is where all the money and attention will be. And what I'm afraid of is for small businesses, it's going to get expensive as fuck, and then we're not going to be able to afford it anymore. So that's why I push people so hot and heavy to do Facebook, because it does work. I took all of our marketing dollars last year at Easy Pro and only spent them on the residential side of the business, only spent them on Facebook ads. And it increased our income 52%. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, the stuff works, man. And I know that's a lot. You can come back with some follow-up questions. I can try to clarify something for you if you need anything on that.
Yeah. I guess what I'm really looking for is I see you talk a lot about social media advertising.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a little bit about it. I mean, I know how to I know how to boost a post, and I know how to make, I guess, what you would consider maybe a creative type post.
Uh-huh.
Even just the small posts I make just through my business page. I mean, they get, even the ones I do that are free, when just updating my status on my business page, I'll get 1 or 2 clicks off of that where I'll get some turn.
Yes.
And I've done some boosted posts. I've even done my I pull up on Google. I like the free AdWords account. So I've got that. Yep. And then I did last summer, I did a paid advertise to be like the first advertised guy on there. And that turned out really well as well.
Yes.
But I kind of wanted to hear you talk about really focusing on Facebook.
Yep.
I think it's really going to be a good thing for me this year. I think it's going to be a killer. Like, where if I really put my marketing dollars towards Facebook, then I think that'll really have a good benefit for me. Yeah,
I spent over $20 grand last year on Facebook ads. So
wow,
so
it's a lot.
And here's the thing is that you should understand, so many small businesses, they make money, they pay payroll, they pay rent and utilities, they pay credit card bills, they pay they restock the fridge with water, they buy more copy paper and ink and toner. And then they look and they say, okay, well, how much money do we have left over? All right, well, let's spend a little bit of that on advertising, right? And that's so backwards thinking, because that's like going into the casino and saying, yeah, can you spin that roulette ball and maybe I'll watch it for about 5 spins and then I'll make a bet. Like, it doesn't matter, man. The only way you win is if you put your money down. Same thing with marketing. The only way you can test it is if you spend money. And so you have to kind of have this disconnect. And, you know, I encourage people to try this out. And here's the great thing, man. You can run ads on credit cards. So like, you can go spend $1,000 on Facebook ads, go do the work, pay off the credit card, go do it again. And so not having money is never an excuse. And it just takes that attention to detail. And what a lot of people struggle with is they go through cycles in a service business. And it's one of these: let's market and sell for 10 days. Holy shit, we sold a bunch of work. Now we got to go do work for 10 days. Okay, now we don't have any work anymore because I haven't done any sales and marketing for the past 10 days. And it's like boom, 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 up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
So the Facebook advertising is good. The boosted posts are good. If you're going to do those and not run long-term continuous ads, here's the way to do it. Before and after picture. Download an app called Over. It's a like imaging editing software. It's really easy to use. That'll allow you to like lay your logo over top of the image. And so take a before and after photo, throw it into Over, lay your before or your logo over the top of it. Then take that over to your page manager and put it in. Right, that's your image. There's your creative. The headline, put some type of emojis in it because you're doing it from your phone. So you're going to put emojis, right? Like driveway cleaning, maybe put some cars. If you need your driveway cleaned, we're out in the blank neighborhood, right? The Smithfield area, the LaGrange neighborhood. And then you're going to boost that, you know, call today for a free quote, phone number, or visit us online, web address, not to your homepage, but to your contact form. Boom, there's that. And then now you go boost that for whatever, 10% of that job. If the job was $300, then spend $30, boost that before and after photo of that job to the zip code that you're working in, onto the next one. And set that thing for like $30 for like 10 days or 7 days. And what that does is that is the new age yard sign, right? Because old school was like, let me wash this house, put a sign in the yard, and it's going to stay here for about a week before the homeowner or the lawn care guy throws it away. And now, you know, everybody that drives by is going to see pressure washing, roof cleaning. Here's my phone number, clean house. They might call. This is like the new way to do it. So instead of putting out a $2 yard sign, we put out a $30 yard sign because it carries so much more weight and can reach so many more people.
So this is the new electronic way to do it, basically.
Got it, brother. It's all going online. In simply put, man, people either get it or they don't. And you know, when we're rolling around town and I see these guys that are just like trying to keep up, it's like, good luck, man, because it's like you can't play around in business. Like, there is no lukewarm, there is no middle, there is no mediocrity. Either you want to be the fucking best or you're just going to get trampled by whoever stakes that claim. And so,
exactly.
You know, having that mindset to say, look, I'm going all in on my marketing. Like you should, and I do it, man. Like, I spend so much money on advertising every month because, yeah, some of it doesn't get me a return. Some of it doesn't work. It's new stuff that we're testing. And I'm like, damn, that sucks. We just spent $300 on that and didn't get anything. But at the end of the day, brand equity is what I'm building. So whether somebody calls me off of it or not, I got in front of so many people. And the cool thing about Facebook is it gives you all those stats and analytics to where before you send out a postcard, hell, I don't know how many people saw it. You know what I mean? I don't know if the husband threw it in the trash before the wife got to see it and it was geared toward, you know, maybe my message was geared towards the wife. Like, but on Facebook, I can make a message geared towards the wife and say, you know, hey, save your husband this weekend. And with every house wash, we're going to give you a $50 dinner card. So you make your husband take you out to dinner. Call now, right? And then only target that to women on Facebook. Like, there's so many ways to do this stuff, man. It's really mind blowing, and it really gives the small business owner the power that big corporations have had for a really, really long time.
Exactly. So what would you say, what would be a good number as far as a percentage of my yearly income? Like what percentage should I be spending on advertising, whether it's Facebook or whatever?
How long you been in business? 5 years?
Yeah.
Honestly, man, it's a loaded question because, the business books are going to tell you 10%, that, those business books that were written in the 80s are going to tell you spend 10%. I truly believe that if you're a new business, and you're trying to gain foothold, and here's the thing, 5 years in business means for your first year or two, right, you kind of dabbled around. Because what I heard you just tell me was, bro, now we got the rig. Now we got the equipment. Yeah. Now we're getting serious. So in my opinion, this is year one, right? Like it's 5 years in business, 1 year being fucking serious, saying we want to smash everybody in our market. So exactly. To me, I'm spending 20, 30, 40% of income, like as much as you possibly can, and just reinvest it back in, because right now it's not about trying to make a ton of money in profit, right? Like if you want to make a bunch of profit, let me back up. There's a difference between operational profit and net profit, right? Operational profit means you do a house wash for $300, cost you $10 in chemical and fuel and $20 in labor, $30. Okay, we made $270 in operational profit, right? Net profit means we got other bills we got to pay, and it's the bottom, okay? Operationally, be profitable. Net profit doesn't really matter right now. Whatever's left over at the bottom, if that net profit is 30% of your gross, take 20 of it and roll it back in. All the bills are paid. Everything's good.
Right now, I'm to the point where as long as my bills are paid, I'm putting every dime. And it's been since year one. I'm putting every dime back into this business. Good. Yeah. And so the trick then as the business owner is making sure that your salary doesn't continue to inflate as you guys make more money, right? You need to be living at that broke mindset of like, all right, man, we're roughing it and keep investing back in the business, because business is a long-term game. Like, you know what I mean? This is one of those things on like, I'm not trying to win tomorrow. I'm not trying to win 5 years from now. I want it to be so locked down that 10 years from now, we got multiple offices in multiple cities. And it's like, bro, don't even try to compete with Easy Pro. Like there's just no catching them. They're too far away. And the way that you do that is by flying under the radar. And then that's where you always hear about people being quote unquote overnight successes, right? And it's like, no, there's no such thing. It's just that slow perpetual growth, man. And I don't. It's like when you finally hear about somebody getting a record deal, but they've been rapping for 20 years.
You got it, man.
You just now heard about them because you didn't know who they were before.
Yeah, you just now heard about them because they signed with Sony, and Sony went and dropped a bag of money on Pandora's front doorstep, and they go, okay, yeah, we'll play his music now. And so that's the music industry's corrupt as hell, but it's one of those things that you have to understand that in business, man, keep investing back in the marketing, and that, even though you might run that campaign, and I don't even track like those little boosted posts that we do like that, dude, I don't even track those. I'm like, hey, job was 300, spend 10%. Boom, there it is. Because now that forces you to reinvest it. If you take it right off the top, like before you even leave the job site, that money's already spent, and then you pay that credit card bill off when it comes at the end of the month.
Yeah, I got you. So if I need to focus on spending roughly about 10% or so, and taking that off the top, which that's easy for me to do because I always lived the broke life.
Yep.
Even though I don't have to, I've trained myself to do that because I see the 10-year forecasted goal.
Yes.
I see me stepping outside of my company. And I have two full-time technicians right now. So we have an F-250. We have one rig. We have an F-250. It's in a really nice trailer we pull. And then I have my truck, which I could do estimates in. So this year has really been our breakout year where I don't have to be on every job. Because year 4 through back to 1, I was the lead tech and I had a helper riding around with me in my truck.
Right.
Now, we still had a nice little rig, but I was on every job because I had to be. This year, I've got 2 full-time techs. I've got, they can go out. And we just came off of a 3-week-long job where we were on the same job for 3 weeks. See, when I say I do residential, I ain't talking about just houses. I do like HOA residential. So we just got off of a 300-unit townhome project.
Nice.
So I made $20,000 in the past 3 weeks.
Right.
But it's like the biggest thing I'm scared about in the pressure washing business, the biggest thing that just scares the shit out of me is in the winter months, and I don't even know how I've gotten through them in the past. I guess just grinding it out.
Yep.
But I want to start making enough money where I can say, screw the winter months. I got 50 grand in the bank where it don't matter if we didn't work for 6 months. That's my main goal. My main goal is to just not sweat these damn bills.
Right.
And when I say bills, I mean my personal bills.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like my whole goal for starting a business was just not to sweat bills anymore. I don't.
Yeah.
If I got a bill coming up, I want to be like, you know what? It's in the bank. I ain't even worried about it.
Yeah. So
that's my ultimate goal.
There's two types of free, right? There's financially free, and then there's time free, right? Time means that you can do that. And in my 10 years, man, and again, there is no right or wrong, right? In business, you can do whatever the hell you want, and who knows what combination equals success. But for me, what I have realized is my guys, I've tried everything, man. I've tried to pay hourly. I've tried to pay commission. And so now what we're finding success in doing is paying a salary year round. They're a full-time employee. You're building a career here at Easy Pro. The way that we do that is you have to have a mix of residential and commercial. The commercial contract cleaning is what allows you to have that constant flow, because look, man, I get it, dude. And I wish I could live the dream of just saying, screw it, I'm going to Florida for 3 months, 4 months in the winter and be back. But to me, that's not a sustainable business model long term. And I don't say that out of, I know there's guys in the industry that do it, but to me, Humana doesn't shut down for 4 months. AT&T, Time Warner, Mountain Dew, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, JCPenney's, these companies, they don't shut down for 4 months. The CEO doesn't go take a break. And this is why, and this is perfect that this has come back up, because in the very beginning of this call, I told you, you've got to figure out what is the reason you're doing this? What's the purpose of your business? And if the purpose of your business is to strictly, pay your personal bills, give you money so that you can take those 3-4 months off, that's great, but it's rooted in a very difficult place to grow a business. Okay. So it's not the fact, I mean, of course I want to have a big nest egg, right?
But it's not the fact that it's not just that. I mean, I just want to grow it. One of my biggest, or one guy besides yourself that I'd love to kind of aim as to get a mentor is that Josh Latimer guy.
Yeah.
Like I've been messaging him too, and he's like, man, he's all about like, systematizing everything to where he can step outside of. I swear, it's like one day it feels like, and I know this is I ain't talking trash about anybody, but I'm almost just jealous. Like it's like he says he's working, but he don't look like he's working. It looks like he's out doing whatever he wants to be doing.
Yeah, well, that's the difference in a power washing company and a software business.
Yeah. It's like, how can I get to that level? How can I get to DJ's level? How can I get to, to y'all's level? Like I want to be right there. And I know it takes time, and I know it takes patience and a lot of sweat, a lot of blood, sweat, tears. I tell people, my personal thing is when people ask me about starting a business, I tell them it's like imagine an emotional roller coaster, and that's kind of what it's like. Yeah,
absolutely. And and that's so a couple more things, man, before we go. The emotional roller coaster, that is personal development on your end, because I used to say that all the time too. And then you have to you just have to develop and be able to understand the ebbs and flows of business. And Tony Robbins, really, a quote from Tony Robbins really helped me with this. Tony Robbins says, "What if you looked at everything in life and said, this isn't happening to me, it's happening for me." Right? And so I want you to let that sink in. What if all the bad shit that happens, right? You lose an account, money gets tight. There's a lesson. Every time something negative happens, man, I had to change. Because used to, bro, I'm with you. Freak the fuck out. I go get depressed for 3 days, and then I'm okay, right? And what winds up happening is you have to understand that there is a lesson that life is trying to teach you when that shit happens. So I want you to start looking deeper into that, developing more personally, because you can get the glitz and the glam and everything's great. And what's happened is you I want to be like DJ's riding in the fucking Batmobile, living in a high rise, smoking hot girlfriend. I get it, but you have to understand that there was a lot of fuck this place, I'm gonna burn it to the ground, right? On the way to where I'm at now. And it's just emotional development. You hear people talk about that buzzword, emotional intelligence. And what all that is, man, that's just self-awareness. That's being able to feel yourself go, like I'm shaking about to blow the fuck up, and go, all right, wait a second. You almost got me, life. What do I need to learn here? And if you spin that back to this book called Extreme Ownership and go, all right, man, it's on me. Whatever is happening right now is on me. If I just lost an account, it's because I didn't pay enough attention to it. If I just missed a deadline, it's because I procrastinated. Take that over the top extreme fucking ownership. I'll give you an example, okay? Because stories always help. We're training a new technician the other day. We're out washing one of our commercial accounts. We drive off. We get to the next job. We realize we forgot the cones. And the guy's like, oh, shit, man, that's my bad. I was packing up the rig and I forgot about them. I said, no, it's not your bad. That's my bad because I didn't double check you. I drove off with you. That's my fault, right? I don't look at my employee and go, yeah, dude, why the fuck did you forget the cones? I go, that's my fault, right? And start taking that extreme ownership and understand that business is not easy. There's ups and downs. There's ebbs and flows. And that's why I say the most important thing for an entrepreneur is to develop their self. The business, the marketing systems, those are all symptoms. It all comes back to the root cause that if you develop as an entrepreneur, your problems will go away one by one.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm all about taking ownership of anything that goes wrong. So yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I've developed a lot in the past few years, just personal development.
Yeah.
Over just what I've learned, just what life's taught me.
Yep. And never stop that, man. Continue that. If I had one wish, it's that everybody would personally develop every single day of their life until their last day is here. Because our mind has the capacity to do that, and we can continue to grow and grow and grow and grow. But most people get to a spot, and what you need right now, you need a breakthrough, right? Like you really need to do some meditation. You need to do some crazy shit, man, and get yourself. You got to break this pattern and get yourself to that next level, right? And it might be coming in an hour earlier to study some Facebook advertising, or to just start trying it out and figure out what needs to happen in your business. Spending 30 minutes every morning meditating, right? So you can learn how to listen to yourself better and get a little more emotional control. Because when entrepreneurs tell me like, oh man, business is a fucking roller coaster, it tells me that they haven't yet grasped how to control that and how to break that cycle of being like, oh man, my business throws me left and right? So that's my one wish for you is, yes, I want you to develop your systems. Yes, I want your business to give you everything and more of what you want out of life. But most importantly, I want to know that, in the next 6 months that Austin Wall is going to be far more advanced as an entrepreneur personally than he is right now, because that will make Austin's problems go away. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And plus it'll help me learn to, it's going to every day I feel like I learn something. I teach myself, because when you start a business, you have to become everything. You're everything from the CEO to the janitor.
Absolutely.
And you have to learn everything in between.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So that's one thing I've grown a lot just in the past 5 years, just from learning about stuff.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is. It's really taught me a lot about life. Not even so much about business. It's taught me about life.
Yeah.
Just about, the ups and downs of just paying bills and I wish they would have taught me this in high school. I wish they'd have had a class like how to balance a checkbook. We didn't do stuff like that where I went to school.
Yeah.
They didn't teach us practical stuff. They wanted to teach us stuff we didn't need to know. Yeah.
They want to teach you like the periodic table that I haven't fucking used since I graduated middle school.
Yeah, exactly.
No, so, man, I get it.
I guess another one of my main questions is how since I always like talking to people that have the knowledge of the stuff that I'm trying to get to, right? Because so I've heard you say, and I've heard a lot of people say, you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with, right?
Yep.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to develop, relationships with guys like yourself to really, I need some mentors in my life. And some days it's like I hate this to sound bad, but I'm so scatterbrained some days because I have a lot of good ideas about marketing and about this and about that and about you name it. But it's just I don't really know as far as the execution part. I don't know which one I should go with. Like which avenue is going to be more profitable? Which avenue is going to be the best for me, and where should I put my marketing dollars? How should I develop my strategy? How should I do this and that and 10,000 other things? So I guess what I wanted to ask you is what would it cost me for you or your team to help me learn about the social media, or do you do that specifically? I know you do like you have packages or whatever where you got guys that you, I guess, help them build, but do you have different types of packages to where your team works on stuff like that, and how much does it cost? And
So I mean, our top tier stuff, which it's full right now, is my full build out. So I only take on 10 clients, and it's $10,000. It's 12-month commitment. So that's our top tier. What I always push guys to is our inner circle, man. It's underutilized. It's literally a private Facebook group to where you get access to me one-on-one. You post your questions right inside of the group, and it's all entrepreneurs that I have worked with, that I continue to help, and we do everything from, hey man, I'm having a bad time with this, or personally, can you help me? Hey man, are you here's Eric Trice just posted the other day. It was like, hey, my girlfriend is seeing my Facebook ad, but she's, I don't remember how old. We'll just use arbitrary numbers. She's 26, and I only want to target people 30 and older. Why is she seeing my Facebook ad? And, I went in, we did some digging, come to find out it's because his mom liked the Facebook ad. Therefore, organically, it showed up and his girlfriend saw it. So, questions like that, and, we post screenshots and we help people out, but it's $27 a month, man. It's literally like a magazine subscription. And the only reason that, I don't need that money, it's just that paywall barrier is just to make sure that it's serious people to get in, not just people that want to waste my time, because I'm really, really busy. But yeah, man, it's coachcarroll.com/innercircle. And I'll send you an email with this video, so you'll have this to look back over, and then I'll send you some links to some stuff that can help you out. And that's when you say that mentorship, that's why I created the inner circle. It's most guys, when they create inner circles in the coaching business, it's this $30,000 a year thing. I flipped that upside down and said I want that to be my entry level, $27 a month, and then now that gives access that my team and myself, we can help people with these things in questions about growing business.
Yeah. Now, do you have any type of package to where someone can pay you guys to do just the Facebook part of it, or to build that, or do you have to do the whole build out thing?
No. So then your middle ground between the 10,000 and the 27 would be like a one-time build out. So we do a one-time build out where we build the landing page, we set up the Facebook account, we create the Facebook video ad for you, and get it all, basically put it all in a package, and you'll have your own ClickFunnels account. We'll set it all up for you and then hand it over to you. And then, you can ask questions and stuff. So that's $1,800. It's a one-time fee. There's no reoccurring. The monthly marketing, we were doing that for some clients, but we got so busy. And so my media company, we really only work in the insurance industry with that business. So for contractors, you've either got the $10,000 full build out, you've got the $1,800. We build it for you one time and then turn it over to you. And then you can join that, $27 a month on the back end. And then you'll have that ability to ask questions and stuff like that as you move through it.
Okay. So the initial, or the small build out, what all does that include exactly?
So we build out so you would get your own ClickFunnels account, which I think it's cost about $100 a month. We'd build your landing page, and then we would build out your Facebook ad. We would build out your audience. We would create the video for your Facebook ad, and then we would set it all up, plug it in all together so that it's good to go, and then turn that over to you, and then you feed money into it, and it's off to the races. And then from there, that's where you do the testing. You kind of see what happens, and really it's kind of a built for you, give it to you, and that's what Eric Trice did. So we built it for him. And then once he kind of had a model, then he's went in after that and played around with it. He's done other campaigns, but it kind of gives you a blueprint and also a solid system that you can start using and start on Facebook to start marketing in your market.
Oh, okay. So what exactly is a landing page?
So the whole point of a landing page is the way Russell Brunson, which is the creator of ClickFunnels, the way he explains it is, do you want to stick your customer that wants milk in the middle of the shopping center and say, go find the milk, or do you want to put them in the dairy aisle, right? So the difference is we don't just drop people on a homepage. The landing page, the sales page, is created for one thing only, to capture that lead. And so that's why I say when we build it out, it's actually a copy of the landing page that I use here at Easy Pro. So we use the same layout, the same information, rebrand it for you. And then so when people come to that landing page, builds trust, builds confidence, gives them that urgency, that sense of urgency to take action and give you that lead. They fill out the contact form, and then you'll get an email and say, boom, here you go.
Now, is that a landing page that's connected to Facebook, or is that connect to a website?
So it's a landing page that's connected to your Facebook ad. So when they would click on the Facebook ad to get the discount or the special that you're doing, then that takes them to the landing page, and then from there it's got a contact form in order to collect the information.
Okay, so then they would say, this is what I'm looking for, come do an estimate.
Yep, and it's actually less information than that. We only collect name, phone number, email address, because the shorter the form, the less commitment from the customer and in the psyche of the customer. So it's easier to collect the lead. And then, here at Easy Pro, my office team follows up, and then we do, what's your address? What services are you needing? Can we quote it over the phone? Do we need to schedule an in-person quote? So the landing page is all about just capturing that lead so that you've got that and you can take that information and run with it from there.
Okay, I got you. Because my other only downfall, or one of them, would be like I don't have a website currently.
Okay.
So is that something I really need to focus on building in the future?
Honestly, man, and this goes against everybody in the SEO, the search engine optimization world, but everybody's like, no, you need a website, Like my website's garbage as far as Easy Pro is concerned. Because I don't send any traffic there. I send them to a landing page. In my opinion, websites are dead. You can get some organic listings and stuff like that, but I would rather have a landing page to where I can build all the trust that I need to right there on the landing page and collect their information from that.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is you don't even really use your website much.
No, and I'll send you a link as well in the email so that you can see the Easy Pro's landing page. That way you can kind of see what it would look like and get a sense of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I got you.
Cool, awesome. Man. Well, I'll send all that. I got to run. I've got a coaching call at 3:30, so I still got to eat lunch and get ready for that. But I'll send you an email follow-up, and if you want to schedule a follow-up call from there and maybe think about using some of our services, then we can get something else on the schedule. Not a problem at all.
Okay. And is that so? Do you have any other services besides that, or is it basically just the inner circle and then the initial build out and then like the full build out, or do y'all do anything in between that as well?
No, that's pretty much the middle. We're still working on building out the courses. So we're in the middle of building the courses for the online training. So I've got Sales Excellence University, but that's more sales training. We'll eventually be dropping Facebook training and stuff like that in there, but I've just been so busy, we haven't had time to complete that yet.
Yeah, yes. How many companies do you run?
That's a loaded question. If it's LLCs, it's over 10.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
So are they all pretty connected, or are they completely different things?
No, they're pretty close to the same vertical. The marketing company does what it does because I learned how to do that out of Easy Pro. I had a fitness center, and we had the lawn care that spun off and sold last year. I helped Tori run her clothing company. She sells clothing. My little brother helps me. He just graduated a finance degree, so he handles a lot with our real estate and financial business. So yeah, it's a lot, man. I stay busy.
Awesome. Well, I'll let you go. I know you're a busy guy.
All right, man.
But definitely send me, if you will, send me everything we've talked about, man, because my memory's crazy.
No,
I'm always thinking about 10 downs and different things. And I definitely want to follow up with you, man, and see if we can get something going. Because I really want to crush it this year, man. I want to crush it every year, but this year, it's almost like a necessity. I have to crush it because I have a lot of new bills. I just got a new house,
right,
and got brand new trucks and a new rig that we financed, and
right, it's
crazy. Like I got so many bills, it's ridiculous.
Right. All right, man. Well, we'll do that. I'll shoot you an email, and I'll probably have some time next week. We can schedule some time and do a follow-up call.
Sounds good, man.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Thanks, man.
Bye. All right, guys. Well, that's it. If you have any questions and if you'd like to schedule a call like this for me to help you, you can hit this link right there, meetme.so/Coach Carroll. That'll allow you to schedule some time on my calendar. And you kind of got the full rundown of what we do for small businesses as well. So if you're needing help with your marketing, feel free to send me a direct message, reach out, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.